My name is Alistair Dixon. I work at Coombe Girls' School in New Malden, and I teach French, German and Spanish, and I also teach EAL, which is English as an additional language. An average day for me would be that I'd arrive around 8 o'clock. I then like to get my classes ready for the day, so I usually will have planned them already in advance, but any copies I need to make or any adjustments to my sort of Word documents or PowerPoints. And then at 8:40 I have registration with my tutor group. I've got a Year 7 tutor group at the moment. Denisa, if we have an assembly, we all go down to the hall, and it can be maybe an outside speaker coming to speak to the girls.
Okay, ja, guten Morgen, bitte geht rein.
I chose to teach languages because I just was always passionate about it right from when I started learning German in Year 7.
Und Ulis bitte. Sehr schön, setzt euch bitte.
I just wanted to try to, if you like, share a bit of that passion, that enthusiasm.
What are the features of expressionist painting? What is special about expressionist painting? Are we just going to draw things as we see them, Layla?
This is Year 7 German, and currently we're studying a painter by the name of Paul Klee. He's from Switzerland. They've been looking at some different works of his, and today they're creating their own piece of expressionist art. I'm going to then set them a homework task, which is to describe their piece in very basic detail in German using some vocabulary we've been learning. What we like to do is to, if you like, bring in different subjects. It's called sort of cross-curricular learning. So they're using the language for real purposes rather than just in a confined environment in the language lesson. And they have a sense of language being real and being something very useful in life. I started working here at Coombe in November 2010. And at that point I just qualified, so I was what's called a newly qualified teacher. You spend a year then on probation, and you're given extra mentoring and a slightly reduced timetable and lots of extra support.
How do you feel the last 6 months have gone since finishing your NQT year?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's sort of gone so quickly, but it's going really well. I'm in my second year now here, so I've completed my probation, and the next step for me might be something like a head of language or a sort of middle management role. Now we're with 83 doing Spanish.
Un jersey violeta. Muy bien, gracias.
So this is my magic pen, and we do a lot of activities on the board. We use PowerPoint, and you can move things around. I get the children to come up and take part in the lesson, be really active. You don't spend all your time shouting or telling kids off, and you don't work on building negative relationships, you work on building very positive relationships. It's lunchtime now, so I'm just sat down in the staff room having my lunch with my colleagues, and we've got about an hour for lunch today, and then straight back into it. I've got 2 more periods after this.
Okay, another useful phrase. A través de. Busy.
Now with the sixth form, they're doing Spanish A-level this year, and they're coming up to their first set of exams. So we're doing a bit of a revision session.
Excellent.
Being an expert in your subject is one thing, but it doesn't make you a good teacher. And I think you have to learn that what you know in a subject and what you appreciate about it has to come across to children, and also has to be accessible to them. They might not share your passion, but you've got to find a way to get them to share your passion.
Ich bin geblieben.
This is the last class of the day. It's approaching 3 o'clock, and we're in Year 9 German. They're learning about holidays, and they've been studying the past tense. They've just learned the future tense, so they're trying to put those ideas together. There are a lot of myths about teaching. I think a lot of my friends I have to almost correct them or sort of put them right when they say that they think I leave at 3:30 every day and have long holidays, and that's not the case. You do have to work past the end of the actual school teaching day. People going into teacher training often think it might be quite an easy job, and that's not the case, but that's not to say it's not an attractive job. It's just a job for those who are passionate about what they do and have the sort of stamina to really convey that in the classroom.